Shift AI from zero to tomorrow in the blink of an eye. With PowerShift AI.
PowerShift AI, shifting auto dealerships into the future with artificial intelligence, by Bradley Barkhurst. Episode 1: The Crisis Facing Used Car Dealerships Today. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This quote, often misattributed to Einstein, perfectly captures the predicament facing used car dealerships across America today. The traditional business model that sustained the industry for decades is no longer sufficient to thrive or even survive in today's rapidly evolving marketplace. If you're reading this book, you're likely experiencing firsthand the mounting pressures that are squeezing profit margins, increasing operational complexity, and threatening the very foundation of your business. You're not alone. The data reveals a sobering reality. The automotive retail industry is undergoing its most challenging period in recent history, and dealerships that fail to adapt risk becoming casualties of an unforgiving market transformation. The profit squeeze. Numbers don't lie. The financial pressure on dealerships is real and measurable. According to the Q2 2024 Hague report, publicly owned dealerships saw an average pre-tax income of $1.0 million, marking a substantial 35% decline from Q2 2023. Net pre-tax profit for the average U.S. franchised store dropped 24.4% for full year 2024 compared with 2023. To put this in perspective, the average net profit margin for a car dealership business is just 1%. This razor-thin margin leaves dealerships with virtually no buffer for error or unexpected market shifts. The average car dealership business spends 78% of annual revenue on material costs, meaning that even small fluctuations in vehicle acquisition costs or market demand can devastate profitability. The situation becomes even more alarming when we consider that dealership profits have declined by 32.4% year over year, with rising operational costs, inflation, and decreasing sales margins putting pressure on dealerships. This isn't a temporary downturn, it's a structural shift that demands immediate action. Shrinking margins in a competitive market. The days of easy profits are over. The current profit per new unit retailed is $2,471, which has declined by 53%, but still remains 20% higher than the pre-COVID figure of $2,053. However, this comparison to pre-pandemic levels provides little comfort when considering the increased operational costs and complexity that dealerships now face. Used vehicle margins are under even greater pressure. In the used car market, things have been more challenging since prices have corrected much faster, forcing dealerships to compete more aggressively on both acquisition and retail pricing. The traditional cushion that used car sales provided is rapidly eroding. The competitive landscape has intensified dramatically. Traditional automotive dealerships face competition from new entrants such as online car marketplaces, direct-to-consumer brands, subscription-based car services, fundamentally changing how customers shop for vehicles and forcing dealerships to compete on convenience and experience rather than just price and inventory. The inventory management nightmare. One of the most persistent challenges facing dealerships today is inventory management. Since 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out in the United States, the vehicle market has changed significantly. S&P Global estimates that vehicle manufacturers could not make over 10 million vehicle units due to chip shortages. While production has largely recovered, the ripple effects continue to impact dealership operations. The availability of used cars, especially affordable ones, has not caught up with the recent return to full production speeds. This creates a double challenge. Dealerships struggle to find quality inventory while simultaneously facing pressure to move aging stock quickly. Global supply chain disruptions have significantly impacted dealership inventory and vehicle availability. The ripple effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and logistical bottlenecks have strained the flow of parts and vehicles. This uncertainty makes it nearly impossible to predict inventory needs and optimize cash flow effectively. Rising operational costs and labor shortages. The challenge isn't just revenue, it's also the relentless increase in operational costs. Operating costs, including real estate, labor, and marketing expenses, may be on the rise, putting pressure on dealership profitability. The labor shortage has reached crisis levels in the automotive industry. According to Wise here, there will be a global shortage of 2.3 million skilled workers in the automotive sector by 2025, escalating to a staggering 4.3 million by 2035. This isn't just about finding any workers, it's about finding skilled technicians and sales professionals who can handle increasingly complex vehicles and sophisticated customer expectations. As consumers are holding on to their cars for longer, the automotive industry will need to hire as many as 100,000 technicians through 2026 to keep up with mechanical and collision repairs and maintenance. For dealerships, this means competing for a shrinking pool of qualified candidates while paying premium wages. Evolving customer expectations in the digital age. Today's customers are fundamentally different from those of even 5 years ago. Customers now begin their car buying journey online. Virtual showrooms, direct-to-consumer models, and third-party automotive marketplaces have fundamentally shifted how vehicles are researched, compared, and even purchased. Customers seeking a vehicle, related product, or service will heavily depend upon digital assistance. Consumers expect a seamless and personalized buying experience, both online and in person. Dealerships need to invest in customer relationship management, CRM systems, training, and customer service to meet these expectations. The shift is so dramatic that 95% of vehicle customers use online resources to inform their purchases. This means that by the time a customer walks onto your lot, they've already done extensive research, compared prices, read reviews, and likely have a specific vehicle in mind. The traditional sales process has been completely disrupted. Compliance burdens and regulatory complexity. The regulatory environment continues to become more complex and demanding. Regulatory changes related to emission standards, safety regulations, and data privacy laws can impact dealership operations and require ongoing compliance efforts. As dealerships collect and store sensitive customer data, they are vulnerable to cybersecurity threats such as data breaches and ransomware attacks. Implementing robust cybersecurity measures is essential to protect customer information and maintain trust. The cost of compliance isn't just financial, it's also operational complexity that distracts from core business activities. The threat of digital disruption. Perhaps most concerning is the accelerating pace of digital disruption. Technology is evolving at extremely fast speeds, so automotive companies have to come up with new ways to learn about and implement new technologies to keep up with competitors. The statistics are sobering. While the automotive industry recognizes the need for change, adoption of transformative technologies remains low. This creates a dangerous gap between understanding the problem and implementing solutions. The innovation imperative. The message is clear. The traditional used car dealership model is under siege from multiple directions. Profit margins are shrinking, operational costs are rising, customer expectations are evolving, and new competitors are entering the market with innovative approaches. Market demands have made data, digital tools, and AI vital for staying competitive, while better services are key to driving long-term revenue growth. This isn't a suggestion, it's a survival requirement. The dealerships that will thrive in this new environment are those that embrace technology to solve these fundamental challenges. They'll use data to make smarter inventory decisions, artificial intelligence to personalize customer experiences, and automation to reduce operational costs while improving service quality. The choice is yours. You have a choice to make. You can continue operating the same way, hoping that market conditions will improve and return to the good old days. Or you can recognize that the fundamental rules of the game have changed and take action to position your dealership for success in this new reality. The data shows that dealerships implementing AI and digital transformation strategies are not just surviving, they're thriving. The majority of dealerships using AI report revenue increases, with dealers who implemented AI seeing positive return on investment, ROI, from their AI solutions over the last year. The crisis facing used car dealerships today is real, but it's not insurmountable. The solution lies in embracing the very technologies that are driving the disruption. In the following chapters, we'll show you exactly how to harness the power of artificial intelligence to transform every aspect of your dealership operations, from inventory management and pricing optimization to customer experience and operational efficiency. The question isn't whether you can afford to invest in AI, it's whether you can afford not to. The dealerships that act now will emerge stronger and more profitable than ever. Those that wait will likely become cautionary tales of businesses that failed to adapt to inevitable change.